might not know the word emo, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. First down for this offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Snags a quick pass on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Ready.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Give to the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Tough, hard-nosed run. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run. On their first 3 plays of the game in their own end, run, but they don't pick up the first down. Now, it'll be interesting to see if they continue running the football their next time out.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw. It's Harper. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Rice.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Ready up.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down.
Cricket. Hey, Cam.
They'll try the run. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Easy.
Here's the handoff. Got room at the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the ready.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Go. Go.
Looking to pass. It's Harper. Moving. Keeping the eyes downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
On the double.
10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy.
The offense set for a first down play.
Pound 55 weak.
They'll run it from the gun.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the thing, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, when he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of...
Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
And just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
On the
Now
set.
they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Green 25.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Right back to the well. Still running at the 40. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for them.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. They're trying to get to it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, again, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll run it from the gun. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it to the right here. He breaks the tackle. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low.
And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Flips it out to the back. Makes the catch and knocked down. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hampton. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. They'll run the sneak for it. A first down for the offense.
Jackrabbit.
Hand off from the gun. At the 35, he's got more. He's off to the races. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for him.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's right on target. Hard-hitting tackles.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, you failed on first and second. On third down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arizona came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. In fact, this wasn't ever really in question. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they hit it. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Second down coming up with this red zone opportunity.
Cricket.
Wide out in motion. Back to the ground with the running back. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offensive line.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
To the air, it's Harper. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Tuna.
From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And as he throws, that pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man. And sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggle the first quarter, Palmer, but done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Complete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on. Now, dealing with 4th down.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Scanning the field, it's Harper. pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Okay, ready?
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10.
Down. Ready now.
He's going to pass. They've got the screen set up. He's got room. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
In blue. In blue.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wildcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Now the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down.
up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Charlotte ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. Run the football, be conservative. They're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth.
He's going to fire deep. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. Lowers those pads. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So the offense will have a fresh set of downs to work with after the roughing the passer call. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's got it again. Look out, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown tie.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Trying to get to him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun. Give on the inside. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
To the air, it's Harper. And they got him for the sack.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at 39. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. It's Green.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind it. It's get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings, try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They move the tight end all over. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Kansas State quick to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that 1st half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, ready?
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Ready?
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Dropping back, it's Harper. Swings it out to the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Get it out on the screen. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
At the 40, there he goes. And he breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
42, Spies, we're ready.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moon. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with QB is time. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Bars their way in. Couldn't make his way in. The 2-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Rodriguez. He was looking for some running room. a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just no secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play.
Pretty good job of running to get through there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. Commit to the run like this, obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And listen, obviously, this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers. And he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in his...
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy who makes a big play. Yes, please.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. ULM is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 31 to Washington State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Spears. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. Feeling some heat. Escapes the sack. Moving away from pressure. That's caught. It's Hill. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Alabama quickly back to the line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down. He just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down. They want to just keep throwing it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires
this game.
They run the reverse. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, and especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
On the double.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Double right. Set. Hut.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Okay, ready?
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Acorn. Acorn.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, fresh set of downs.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. He will take a knee, and the defense can't